All right, 6:45 p.m. and we're going to do 1 hour of prep for Odyssey of the Dragonlords, Odyssey Prime, God's Work, the post-game content. Whew, that's a mouthful. All right. It's been 2 weeks since we played. We are down a red kobold tonight, so there will be no active player for Anastasia, and there will be a guest streamer. Sylvie, the Enchantress, is going to hang out. Not play a guest character. It's a little out of. We're kind of in the deep end here to throw a one session guest character in. I guess if they wanted to play as Mario, they could, but I mean I'll run it past them, I guess. Um, so they are currently in the forest of Niflheim, and they are about to encounter a hag, and the hag is a night hag, and they are going to be bartering and trading with the party. After they leave Niflheim, they're going to be in a great and endless desert. We've already done all the prep for all of this stuff. Then they're going to walk through the desert for a bit. Here we go. Pluton is the desert in question. We'll have to adjust our parallaxia because no matter how many times we try to tell it to go north to south, it keeps wanting to go east to west. So we'll have to fix that. Or we could just have them like walk the desert that way. I don't know, whatever. They're gonna walk through there. We're gonna discuss their regrets. We're gonna discuss just all the things that have sort of failed. Things. I mean, it's gonna be a really depressing session. And then they will make it to the gates to the underworld, wherein they will face off against the daughters of Cerberus, and they can either go down to the realm of Hades and look for those who have died, or they could go to get the ambrosia. So they're going to have an opportunity there to possibly just go get the people that they need, or go through the door to the vaults. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. If they decide to go down into Hades, we'll have to have like a nice, like, sort of Hades-esque, you know, screen to show or whatever. So let me see. Greek, Underworld, fantasy art. Go. I mean, Hades art is really the best art for Hades, so we'll probably just use that. Let's go with that. Let's see. Hades environment art game. There we go. So we'll go ahead and grab. I think that one works pretty good. So we'll go ahead and grab this one of Tartarus. There we go. And open it up in the old Photoshop. We'll go grab the roleplay scene. Let's see. I had it open earlier this week, so it should be in my recent files. There we go. Had some really good games. The last couple sessions have been really good. Saturday was a little rough. I was definitely tired and out of practice, but Saturday night, the classic Curse of Strahd game was a lot of fun. Very excited for them. They're making a lot of progress. Turns out that if you play without injuries and with magic and magical healing, things go pretty smoothly. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that magic is good. So, yeah. Then we had the game Saturday morning. That was fantastic. I thought it went really well. Lots of lore dumps. They actually spent a session knocking the shit kicked out of them, so that was pretty nice. So, yeah, overall pretty good. And then we went into Mythic last night. We only had 3 players, but it was still a great session. Closed out Themis really well. And I don't know. They're all level 9, so it'll be good. All right, and let's see. Oh yeah, we're gonna save this out as Oodle, Prime, Hades, Underworld. There we go. And we'll go here, and we'll go over here. And we might not even need this map, but we're going to go ahead and duplicate it anyways. And we'll go in here, and let's configure it. We're going to change it to Hades Underworld. There we go. And all that should be good. Let's see, we'll go to the... we don't need any of that stuff yet. We'll go to this background image. Grab that. We're going to upload this Underworld one. Okay, we'll grab this. There we go. And we'll go here. And we'll change the thumbnail out. Cool. We're going to go to ambient lighting. And I'm going to change it to be a bright green. There we go. And save. So you can kind of see some of that green peeking through. We're going to go to the lighting. And we currently have just a huge black and white light on the whole scene. But we're going to try and add in some really bright green lights to kind of pull back out the colors that are in the original artwork. So we'll go with that. We'll make it a ghost light. There we go. We'll slow it down a bit. And update. Sweet. So we'll put that there. And put this there. Maybe that way over here. Yeah, there we go. And we won't need this wolf there, so we'll get rid of him. Okay, that's only if they decide to go down into Hades, and then we'll just bullshit a lot of stuff, and they'll meet with Hades anyways, and then Hades will help them get back their people, and they won't get to go after their divinity because they won't have the ambrosia. So it's going to be a tough moral choice. Tough moral choice. All right, with all of that taken care of, we need to direct our attention to the rest of the goddamn campaign. So, let's worry about the rest of the goddamn campaign. Alright, they're finishing up in Hades, and then they finish up the vault of the path of the Vault Breaker, and we go all the way down, and we got this boss's hit list of peeps that we have to do. We have the rumors of the sunken airship, that's already taken care of. We have the 108 gems from Kentamane. We're having a lot of difficulty just remembering to use this shit, honestly. The heart of Kentamane is an engine for airship, so that's taken care of. We made the airship, so that's taken care of. Am I not allowed to write if I'm in reading mode? Oh, how cruel is that? Alright, hold on. Let me switch back to editing mode. Alright. Don't like that too much. Oh well. Let's see. There. Okay. Hide those comments. Okay. So let's see. And time. Okay. So let's see. Timothy will take this in exchange for not fighting. Else, this will hatch upon exposure to the ambrosia, which would give them a time dragon. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's see if we have the time dragon egg real quick. Time. Alright, how many dragons do I got here? Nether Dragon, Howling Dragon, Warp Dragon, Dragon Flesh Abomination, Ancient Dragon Lord, Malzeno the Blood Dragon, Where did my time dragon go? Alright, let's see. Time dragon wormling. There we go. Yoink. Okay. And I think I have art for this already. Let's go and check. Tokens Greek. Go to the dragons folder. Alright, what do we got? Alright, we got a dragon egg. Ah, there he is. There's your baby. Alright. And we go here. Put that in. We'll go ahead and make him just a little bit smaller than normal. Not too bad. There we go. And I guess for blood, it'd be, I don't know, purple? What color? Yeah, I mean, he's purple. That makes sense. Sure. And update. So that's just in case. Okay. So then, let's see. We have a lot of outstanding stuff here. We've got these northern city-states that are dealing with these escaped souls. We got this Midas DLC. Don't feel like running it. We've got the living nightmares. Praying to Phil for help. I don't feel like dealing with that either. We've got the Talus mask thing. Missing souls and all of that. We also have the three MacGuffins. The Ambrosia, the Caduceus, and then finally going down to get the gods themselves. Okay. So, things that we need to look at that we've kind of dug ourselves into a corner with. Alright. The Talisk mask and missing souls situation. Alright, let's go up here. So under what next? We already finished the custom map for the airship. That's good. Alright, so this will be Lost Souls. And then there'll be a section called Unleash the Kaiju. And then we need a section called the Caduceus. And in order to get the Caduceus, we already know the general cause and effect here. So basically, in Aresia had a civil war. Queen is dead. Queen Helen is dead. Shadow Master is head of Senate. Will have to negotiate. Hold on just a sec. Alrighty, sounds good. So let's see. We've got these. I wonder if we should make the candles green also. Nah. Why am I getting distracted by that? Okay. So they will have to negotiate with the Senate, or sneak in to access the painting. Okay, inside painting is Carpathos and the Caduceus, which we already did the all the maps, all the bullshit for all that. So from what I understand, the rebellion in Eresia is for the Eresians to express themselves. Why would the heroes be against that? The heroes weren't against that. Like, they had an opportunity to intervene one way or the other, and they chose not to. And so I just rolled 50-50, and it came up as Queen Helen lost. So, yeah. But I took it to mean that the party, because they didn't side with the Queen, they were basically siding with the rebels. But they really didn't want any involvement at all with that. So that's why they kind of just washed their hands of it. I don't know if you remember, but they physically like rowed the boat with like just Phil and Bullbug and magic to get away from Eresia so that they wouldn't get embroiled in the upcoming civil war that they knew was coming. So this is just to show that time has passed. So we'll have to make sure that an NPC grows a beard to show that time has passed. We could give Pitios a beard to show that time has passed, but I have more important things to do with my prep than Photoshop a beard onto Pitios. All right. So, okay. We're going to say time has passed. And then we need to talk about what that means. You fuckers. Sorry. Eh? Why aren't you making my little bullets appear? There you go. As per the book, the Shadow Lord of Eresia is a follower of Lutheria. You staying with that? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. All of this is just Lucy. Shadow Master. All of this is just Lucy. Everything's coming up Lucy. So it's, yeah. In like proper choose your own adventure, you need to make the player feel as bad as possible no matter what they choose. No, I understand that this is a BioWare spin-off product, but I think that players feel bad enough. Though it has been pointed out to me that Curse of Strahd games are setting the new standard for how bad you could feel while playing Dungeons & Dragons. So nothing I throw at my other groups is really comparing to Curse of Strahd. It's a new standard for feeling bad. Yeah. All right, so time has passed. Let's say that 4 months have passed. Do you think that's enough time? How about we say 6 months? 6 months have passed since the Chosen entered Hell. All right. During that time, the following shit went down. Ugh. And then, in addition to the following shit going down. Alright, let's see. During that time, the following shit went down, and then we actually have to figure out what shit went down. So, let's talk about missing souls. That seems like a good thing to cover. Alright. Let's see. When Lutheria left during a period where death no longer happened, some souls were accidentally disappear. Oh man, I am so good at English. In truth, before her leaving, she released souls into the world to distract Furies and the current god of death. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's English, I get it. Astraeus created a list of missing soul, and as a plot hook, gives the party the list to help him. Unfortunately, I think they threw the list in the trash. So Talus... him is Kaiju Monster, and they took care of that. So Talus is Dunzos. So let's see. Format, text, strike through. Alright. Basilidus is a druid who defied even Thylea by refusing to let plant nor animal die. So this is like a druid lich situation. I don't know what we're supposed to do with him. So let's move him up here to the What the fuck happened? List. Alright, then we've got Abascantus, a fey trickster who traded souls to the daemons of the Nether Seas until his activities were discovered by the Furies. He is some sort of fox spirit. Okay. Then we've got Krokanos, killed because he was prophesied to eat the gods. Well, this is going to be actual Godzilla. So let's just go with that. Do we got 5e stats for Godzilla? Let's check it out. Let's see. 5e Godzilla. And don't try to just give me. Don't just try to give me the Tarrasque. We don't need the fucking Tarrasque. We need the real deal Godzilla. Here we go. Godzilla is a gargantuan dragon kaiju with a 25 armor class, 717 hit points, 400 foot speed, 1,000 foot swim speed. Why stop at 30 strength, you cowards? Why stop at 30 strength, you cowards? Absolutely. A 30 charisma! Oh my goodness. I think somebody wants to fuck Godzilla. Alright, let's keep going. Athletics plus 28, perception plus 20, resistance to fire, force, necrotic, poison. He better have immunity to radiant. Immunity to psychic and radiant. Oh my goodness. Immune to exhaustion. Immune to frighten. 10,000 foot. 10. Oh my fucking god. Okay. 10,000 foot dark vision. Sure. Understands common, but can't speak. Checks out. Adamantine weapons. His attacks are considered adamantine and magical. Brutal. His melee attacks deal an extra 140 damage. Oh my god. I'm gonna link this absolute gem into chat. Oh my god. Oh, I love that, Coxbane. That is a great suggestion. Alright, let me copy paste that suggestion from Coxbane right now. Alright. So Basilidas is a druid who defied even Thylea by refusing to let plant or animal die. And now he has taken over. Alright, let's see what else Godzilla can do. Godzilla is 350 feet tall, and its space is 175 feet by 175 feet. Alexa, what's 175 divided by 5? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. 35 squares. Okay, 35 squares is pretty big. Immutable form. Godzilla is immune to any spell or effect that would alter its form. Kaiju, mythic trait, 10 times per rest. 10 times per rest! If Godzilla is reduced to 0 hit points, its current hit point total becomes 717. Oh, so he has 7,717 health, give or take. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Oh my god. Alright. I don't know if my heart's going to be able to take this damage threshold. Godzilla is immune to all damage unless the attacker effect deals more than 15 points of damage. I agree. We need to put that on everybody. Giant monster. When Godzilla moves, its space and the ground within 50 feet of it is violently rent. The area becomes difficult terrain, and any huge or smaller creature in the area must make a DC 27 dexterity check or be knocked prone and lose concentration. Structures in this area take 150 bludgeoning damage. I have not been trying hard enough. Like, I am a fraud. This is incredible. Okay. Well, there's Siege Monster, too. So that technically means that they deal 300 bludgeoning damage to structures. because it doubles all the damage that they do. Oh, wow. Okay. He's a siege monster that also does double damage to creatures of huge size and larger. Oh, no. So does he do double damage to Phil because Phil counts as a huge creature? Oh, my goodness. Wow. Bite. He has a plus 19 to hit with a 40-foot reach. One target that has the Colossal trait. Oh, he can only target another colossal creature. Okay. Each creature within a 20-foot radius of the target must make a DC 27 dexterity saving throw or take the same damage as the target. Holy shit. That's 342 points of damage, by the way. But wait, he does double damage to colossal creatures. So Godzilla actually does 684 points of damage on average with every bite to other kaiju monsters. What the actual fuck? Alright, his claw attack is a 75-foot reach that only does 272 damage on average, and wouldn't you know it, despite being this incredible monster, he still has... Oh, does he not have a multi-attack? Well, that's good. Maybe he's too slow to have a multi-attack. Okay, alright, wow. I thought this was going to be too broken, but he doesn't have a multi-attack. I think we should be okay. Alright, he's got a melee attack, slashing... 27 strength saving throw or be pushed 200 feet. 200 feet! Knocked prone or grappled. Godzilla's choice. Okay. Each creature within 20-foot radius of the target must make a DC 36 dexterity saving throw or take the same amount of damage as the target. Godzilla can also use this attack against creatures on its own body. Stomp. Melee attack. One prone or incapacitated target. It does on average 307 bludgeoning damage. And the target falls prone. Okay. Until the Colossus uses its stomp again or moves, the target is restrained. While restrained this way, the creature or another creature within 5 feet of it can use its action to make a DC 36 strength check. On success, the creature relocates to an unoccupied space of its choice within 5 feet of the Colossus and is no longer restrained. Each creature with... Oh my god. So within 5 feet of Godzilla, so if you were stomped in the middle of Godzilla, you could move 100 feet if you wanted to. I don't think that makes a lot of sense, but that's alright. Each creature in a 30-foot radius of the target must also make a DC 36 dexterity saving throw or take the same damage, knocked prone, and restrained as the target. Oh, okay. Tail attack. Godzilla can make one of the... Keep in mind, everything is going to be prone. Yeah, the damage immunity threshold for sure. Yeah, we'll take that. Tail attack. Godzilla can make one of the following attacks. He can do a tail slam or a tail sweep. If he does a tail slam, it has a 400-foot reach, and it does 307 points of bludgeoning damage. And it stuns you for 1 minute! What? Oh my god. The target makes a saving throw at the end of each of his turns, ending the condition on a success. A DC 27 Constitution. Okay. Tail sweep. 400-foot arc. Each creature in the area must make a DC 27 dexterity saving throw, taking 307 points of bludgeoning damage, knocked prone on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Godzilla needs a full round to prepare this attack, taking no other actions before it uses tail sweep. Godzilla also has 2 breath weapons. Godzilla can use one of the following breath weapons. Godzilla must charge his breath weapon for 2 full rounds, taking no other action before it can use his breath weapons. A creature reduced to 0 hit points by Godzilla's breath weapon is disintegrated and dies. Additionally, targets that fail their saving throw by 10 or more take maximum damage from these attacks. Radioactive beam. Godzilla exhales a superheated beam in a 5,000 foot line that is 30 feet wide. The first creature in the line must make dexterity saving throw, taking 315 fire and 315 force and 315 necrotic on a failed save. Why isn't it just radiant damage? I mean, he's radioactive. Whatever. Oh my god. Or half as much on a successful save. Where did you go that you avoided a 30-foot wide beam that's 5,000 feet long? Okay. Radioactive breath. Godzilla exhales superheated flames and a 3,000-foot cone. What the fuck? Okay. Godzilla can take 3 legendary actions, choosing from the options below. Only 1 legendary action can be used at any time. Godzilla can use any unspent legendary action points at the end of each round and regains spent legendary actions at the start of its turn. Fuck. Alright. Unstoppable. Godzilla removes 1 condition or effect it is suffering. It can do so if it has at least 1 hit point, even while unconscious or incapacitated. I like that. Unstoppable. I like that. 2 points to use Claw. So it's slow as hell. I'm okay with that. 3 points regenerate. You recover 100 hit points. That is so incredibly inefficient. I guess it just means that after every fight, Godzilla just gets all of their fucking health back. Mythic actions. If Godzilla's mythic trait is active, it can use the options below as legendary actions for 1 hour after using Kaiju. It can also bite now for 2 actions, and it can use Pulse for 3 actions, but it has to recharge on a rest after Godzilla's fourth use of Kaiju. So you've done 717 damage to this creature twice. Okay. No, sorry. You've done 717 points of damage to this creature 4 times. It can create a wave of kinetic energy in a 1,000-foot radius centered on it. Each creature in the wave must make a DC 27 strength save or be pushed to the edge of the wave and knocked prone. So 1,000 feet. Wow. That was a journey. That was a goddamn journey. Okay, well, that's the rules. We're gonna use it. Cool. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, then we've got Jonathan Actis. He's a man from another world. Dangerous knowledge could unravel the status quo. Alright, so we're going to take that, put that there. Alright. Then we got Asandros, secret twin brother of Acastus, killed by Agdilla as a baby to ensure the greatness of Acastus, a greatness that fate decreed would never come to pass. Alright, I think we know where that's going. They've had 6 months to do whatever they wanted. Maya, stolen away by Pitios, died because they will infect the world with a deadly plague. Maya's soul unleashes plagues, and Mitro's only cure is the ambrosia. For visiting soul, the main reason Maya, she's doing this to get revenge against Valis for putting her father in exile. Oh, easy solution there. Okay. Alright. And then we've got Melanie, a lich who defies death. Seems simple enough. And then, of course, Katya made a deal with Lutheria. Alright. Woo-wee! That's pretty wild. Okay. No Caves of Chaos next year. We are just going to spend 24 hours fighting Godzilla. I mean, maybe. Hey, what if we had mechs? That'd be kind of cool. What title and episode number do you want me to add to the stream? I don't actually know. Let's see. What episode are we on? Let's see. Alright. Scrolling way back in time. Way back. Keep going. Further back in time. So far back. Shit, when was the last episode? Nope. Are we on 12? I think we're on 12. Seems like this is a chaos. 12. Yes, this would be 13. Okay. Seat of Time. Oh, so we're actually on 14. My bad. Alrighty. Now, something that's kind of sucked is I should have probably dropped a milestone like halfway through Hell, the Hell arc, and I did not. So now they're just going to get levels like fucking crazy, is the thing. So they're going to get one for the Ambrosia, and then immediately we have to start handing out the rest of them, which is kind of the point of the stream, is to figure out milestones and then get everything back on track. So, whew, let's see. So the Caduceus is going to be relatively easy compared to everything else that they have to do. And then the last thing is the Promethean Flame. Alright, so let's see. The Caduceus is going to be a milestone. And then this is going to be a milestone. Okay. Did I put milestones anywhere else? Let's see. No? Okay. I think I have a document for that. Alright. Odyssey. Collecting 2 of the divine artifacts. Defeating Pharaohs. Defeating a Nether Titan. Defeating another Nether Titan. Defeating a third Nether Titan. Defeat a 4th Nether Titan, save the world. Deal with the Empyreans. Ah, nah. This is future Crash Gems problem. What? Did I not put notes about their milestones? That seems crazy. Alright, hold on. I could have sworn I mapped out these levels somewhere. Let's see. Prime level. Let's see. Goddamn. Did we just talk about the levels? Did I not actually write it down anywhere? Fuck. Nah, I must have put it somewhere. Hold on. Let's see. Prime. Time skip. Time skip guide. This sounds like I might have it. Alright. Oh, yeah, because I was going to divide it into arcs or whatever. That's right. Okay. Well, I'm not going to divide it into fucking arcs anymore. Alright. So, I know. Future Crash Gem gets screwed over all the time. I hate it. Let's see. So we're definitely not doing... let's scroll around. Promethean Flame. Alright, let's open up the adventure. There we go. Alright, let's see, view, page display, single page, there we go. Alright. Skip ahead to Sunken Temple. Sunken Kingdom. There we go. So Promethean Flame, Milestone. This is also chapter 11. Okay. They're currently level 16. They're going to be 17. They would be 18 for finishing Caduceus. They would be 19 for doing the Promethean Flame. And then they need something to get them to 20. Ooh, no, that'd be really fucked up. Never mind. I was gonna say that they could like trade PTOs for a milestone, but that seems pretty shitty. So. But it is hell, so maybe. I don't know. So they're gonna be 17 when they get back. We want them to be high enough in level to actually enjoy being level 20 for a while. Alright, let's see. We got the Sunken City, we got the Temple District, and we got the Chasm. Alright, there's no shortage of underwater maps, so that's not going to be an issue. And let's see the time. We got about 20 more minutes or so, 25 minutes. We should be pretty good. Alright, let's see. The Sunken City. And then we also have the Temple District. And then we have the Chasm. Alright, let's map this bitch out. If we already mapped this bitch out, I don't remember doing it. So I'm going to type in Sunken City, and we're going to go down here to the bottom. Oh, look at that. I did already map it out. Fantastic. Alright, so let's go down here and grab this. Boop. Bring this to the top. I had a sneaky suspicion that a very long time ago we already mapped this out. So let's look at our map. This is Anna's Ark. The Sunken City. We already know where to go. However, the Spark of Storms, infused with its former master's relentless desire for revenge, awaits. Mermaids equal actual sea sirens. Think Witcher versus Tritons of Sidon, Lawful Evil. Okay. And then we've got the Temple District. The Lost Pantheon are actually some of the Greek gods who, seeing their influence wane, left the homeworld and traveled the Nyx, looking for new followers and new lands and holdings. They found a very angry Kentamane and Sidon and a swift beatdown. Their powers diminished from a lack of sacrifice and petitioners. Pharos, the chaotic neutral solar, once a friend and advisor to the twins, became disillusioned by their cruelties, went to find new gods to replace them, guided the Olympians to Thylea. I guess it's the Olympians back to Thylea? Used a Promethean flame to put the Olympians into mortal hosts, allowing them to circumvent many protections guarding Thylea. Things turned out well, but very quickly went bad. Then everyone got smashed and imprisoned. Okay, so we're just going to put C below. Alright. And then, let's see. So he didn't lead them back. He's the reason they got there in the first place. Alright. Let's see. Things started out well, but very quickly went bad. Everyone got smashed and imprisoned. Lost Pantheon. Keep it a secret that these are the Greek gods. Want to return to their home, to their father and mother and family who must miss them greatly. Not really, they just want to be free. Double cross is planned. Each chooses a champion to pass their divine sparks and domains onto. Maybe have some bullshit puzzle skill challenge to impress each god. This is going to carry less weight since they opted to do fucking hell first. So that's going to be a whole thing. And then who are they? They are Amphitrite, the sea, Ares, War and Bloodlust, Arcane Empress, Hecate, Ghost and Magic, the Fish King, Phorcys, or Phorcys? Phorcys? Let's see how you pronounce it. How pronounce? Lay it on me. Phorcys. Okay. Phorcys. Like foreskin, but 4Cs. Got it. Moon Maiden is heiress of strife and discord, big time working for Lutheria. The Great Hunter, who is Artemis of the Hunt. The Divine Revelry, who is Dionysus. There we go. Wild ass, sex and drugs. And then the Pathfinder, Janus, passages, tricks, etc. Alright, so the implication here is that we would need to design domains. So, alright, so domain sparks are needed there. Okay. Let's see. Then we go to the actual chasm. Okay. And let's see. Lost City of the Sirens. If the heroes are not familiar with the legend of the Sunken City, they are. Location of the kingdom, the Forgotten Gods. The city is no longer populated by sirens. It is now a domain of the merfolk. The merfolk worship... it's fine. Merfolk worship a group of powerful godlike beings. War for the Runes. In recent years, the Sunken Kingdoms have been ravaged by war. A century ago, a tribe of merfolk descended into the chasm at the request of their gods. They never returned and were presumed to have been eaten by Scylla. A few years later, the tribe miraculously emerged from the chasm, but in a form that was unrecognizable to the merfolk. They were now marrow, twisted, malevolent versions of merfolk. These creatures immediately went to war against the merfolk. Their motives are unclear, but they are known to throw some of the bodies of the victims into the chasm. Alright, so... let's see... Oh, you feel like this is a lot for the post game? I mean, yeah. I mean, for sure. Let's see. I want to try to streamline this, but I'm also trying to acknowledge like how much there is, and then I'm trying to figure out the best way to mash it all together. But I kind of have to take inventory of what I got before I like make my decision, basically. Um, all right. Mm, okay. So here's the underwater city. That's cool. Let's see. Then we've got the Forbidden Shrine. The shrine is unguarded and empty. Inside of the shrine is lavishly decorated. Okay. Let's see. Written in mosaics at the rear of the shrine are the forgotten names of the sunken city of the Sirens. The names have been cursed by Sidon. Attempting to read it will require the reader to make a DC 20 Wisdom saving throw. DC 20 Wisdom saving throw. On a failure, the reader experiences a terrifying vision of the city collapsing and being swallowed by the ocean. The reader believes that they are drowning, even if they can breathe water. Use rules for suffocation. The reader repeats the saving throw each round until they succeed or until they are reduced to 0 hit points. Succeeding on the saving throw reveals that the name of the city literally cannot be read. It has been erased from history by magic.
Oh.
The shrine is filled with ancient treasure chests, which the Marrow have no use for. There are 12 chests containing just a shitload of money. Scattered throughout the chest are a bunch of gems worth a shitload of money. Marrow Fortress. Near the edge of the Great Chasm stands a dark and foreboding building, which rears up, though massive in size. Its shape is flat and functional with no beauty or elegance of construction. Gray marble. They have fortified this building. Does this building have a map? Like, you just call it a Marrow Fortress, and you say that's full of dudes, and there's no map? Cool. What did I expect? The Temple District. Thousands of years ago, an angel was cast out from the heavens, blah, 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 Promethean fire, made everybody mad. We already summed all this shit up. The god tells the heroes that they must destroy Scylla, for she has swallowed the Promethean fire. With the fire's release, the gods will be free, and they can use the power of the Promethean fire to grant the spark of divinity to each of the heroes. Fair enough. Role-playing the Lost Pantheon. The Empyreans are lying to the heroes. They are entirely self-interested. They have had their mind twisted by millennia of imprisonment. They want to return to power over Thylea by punish the races that left them trapped at the bottom of the sea. They have no intention of surrendering any portion of their divinity. The gods are careful never to speak of Pharos. The heroes mention the many statues of the angel throughout the Sunken Kingdom. They will claim that Pharos was nothing more than a mortal king of the Siren people. Entering the district, scattered about, blah, blah, blah. The many statues of Pharos in the Spartan Kingdom. Some of the statues have his name on it when it comes to blah, blah, blah. Key locations. Temple of the Sky Father. The interior of the temple is decrepit and abandoned. Sky Father. Forge of the Fire King. Tomb of the Ghost Lord. Temple of the Fish Queen, Shrine of the Moon Maiden, Temple of the Great Hunter, Tower of the Sun Goddess, Temple of the Vile Trickster. Boy, these are going to be so fun to make in Incarnate. The Chasm. The Chasm is a massive fissure at the center of the sunken city. Blah, blah, blah. And let's see. After reading Godzilla's stat block... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This campaign, man, the support... from the community is good, but the post-game support is non-existent. It's non-existent. All right. The upper reaches. There's giant sharks here. They're the apex predator. Oh, okay. Sure. Wow. All right. If you go further down, there's a primordial cetus. Oh, that's pretty cool. Massive sea serpents and cursed Ichthyllis. What are these? I can't ever remember. Are these like the... let me look it up. Oh, yeah. These are the octopus dudes or whatever dumb shit that is. Okay. Crawl along the sides of the chasm, banded together and small. Why aren't they the ones that are fighting the mermaids? Why would the Marrow be fighting the mermaids? Like, that seems dumb. Like, you made this entire special monster so that it could be in one tiny part of the game. What if you subvert... Oh, thank you, Orpheus Snacks. For Mythic... Oh, man. I feel like Mythic's doing all right, but maybe not. I don't know. Is there whose thing is dead? I think Red-Handed Doom is just out of Fanspiration. Fanspo, Mythic, Orf. Got it. All right. Let's see. Exploring the depths. They go deep. Sudden exposure. We know how underwater shit works. Giant sharks. Giant sharks. A ghost. Oh no. The ghost of Gorathul. He makes himself known by possessing fish and octopi and using the lore explorers to the sculptural remains of his body. He communicates with anyone, trying to fulfill a promise to his husband. His husband was cursed by Lutheria and began painful transformation into an Ichthys. He made Goranthu promise to kill him, but when the time came, he couldn't make himself do it. Later, when his husband had been lost completely to his transformation, he followed him to the chasm to try to fulfill his promise, but he didn't get too far. Gorathul will trade information to anyone who swears an oath to end his husband's suffering. The ghost knows the location of the wise turtle and the Ichthys lair. The wise turtle? Shit. The void. As the light from the surface fades, the water becomes cold and black. You descend deeper and deeper. There are cetus, there are sea serpents. There are some more giant sharks. Walls of the void. Swimming close to the chasm walls is a little safer. However, there is a non-cumulative chance every 10 minutes of encountering 1d4 Ichthys. Oh my god. Let's see. Ichthys. Ichthys? Ugh. Alright, let's look it up. Rather than keep saying it wrong. How pronounce... Why would you play an ad? Just tell me.
Because here's the thing. Here's what I want to kind of end with. It bothers me that when I see an ichthus on somebody's company or their Christianity,
Ichthus.
Hide from the Romans. Ichthys, the Greek word for fish, was an acronym, and it was a super clever.
Ichthys. Okay, got it. And it apparently has something to do with Jesus Christ. That's cool. And that's why people put fish on their bumper sticker. But in this game, they're cursed monstrosities that attack trespassers on sight. The Ichthys lair, a dozen of them built a community here. Oh no, a dozen. Okay. At the back of the cave, keeps everything valuable. Roll on the treasure hoard for random challenge rating 17 plus treasure. Okay, that sounds good. Several large cylindrical holes have been burrowed into the chasm walls. This is where giant serpents live. The wise turtle. Okay. A solitary dragon turtle lairs in this cave. The dragon turtle is one of the oldest of its kind. Its shell shows damage from dozens of encounters with cetus and serpents. It mostly stays within this cave, only venturing forth to eat. Over the centuries, it has gathered a vast hoard, which it guards jealously. The dragon turtle is greedy for treasure, just like all of its draconic kin. It is willing to help explorers at the right price. For a low price of only 10,000 gold, the dragon turtle will join the party and aid them in battle. I'd pay 10,000 gold, level 17? Yeah, here you go. The dragon turtle knows all the locations in the chasm. If reduced to half hit points in the fight, it will flee. Oh, baby. Roll on the Horde treasure table for challenge rating 17. Ignore any art objects. In addition to all of that, give it another 55,000 silver, 21,000 gold. Okay. I guess he hasn't extorted that many people. Shark nest. Half dozen cetus, 2 dozen giant sharks. Waking these creatures is almost certainly suicide. I don't think that you run any high-level D&D that you would say those words out loud, but that's fine. The pit. The long descent into the chasm has finally reached its end. The sandy, black bottom of the ocean is littered with the rotting corpses of gargantuan whales, leviathans of the deep, brought down by some monstrous apex predator. A smattering of half-eaten humanoid corpses also dot the ocean floor, evidence of whatever horror dwells here that will feed on anything. Nothing is alive in the pit except for Scylla. Every 10 minutes that the party spends in the pit has a 20% chance of drawing her attention. The cold, dark waters around you shudder. The silence of the depths is broken by a deep, resonant moan. The cry of an entity both ancient and horrifying. From the gloom, a gargantuan abomination emerges. 6 serpent-like heads twist and writhe on long necks, protruding from a grotesquely bloated torso. The undersea nightmare lurches towards you with terrifying speed, writhing across the ocean floor on 12 monstrous black tentacles, gnashing its hungry jaws. Whew, that's pretty nice. Anything that Scylla swallows is subject to a magical stasis that paralyzes its victim for the process of the digestion, just like Star Wars, which could take thousands of years. When Scylla is killed, the angel Pharos will be released from its magic. This is the perfect opportunity. This is the perfect opportunity to have a dungeon inside a monster. How can we turn this down? I want a dungeon inside a monster again. We could, come on, y'all. Let's do it one more time. One more time. You know what I'm saying? Just one more. One more dungeon inside a monster. Just one more. One more dungeon inside a monster. Think about it. Just think about it. As the horror of the deep finally collapses, its bloated torso explodes. It's gross. Pharos is able to swim using his fly speed. Well, that's convenient. He will fly swim as quickly as possible to the temple district of the Sunken Kingdom and ignore any attacks directed at him. He plans to use the Promethean fire to free the Empyreans from their temple prison. Refer to freeing the gods. Okay, why not just have him, hear me out, just have him teleport there? Because I feel like if he flies there, they're just gonna stop him. You know what I mean? Like, again, have these guys played any high-level Dungeons & Dragons at all? Like, at all? Have they played any high-level D&D at all? I don't know. Nether Sea Fissure. A deep, narrow fissure slices its way across the ocean floor. Shimmering silver water seeps up from the rift, gently floating upwards until it slowly disperses into the darkness of the ocean depths. Anyone who swims more than 200 feet into this rift will come to a magical influence of the Nether Sea's primordial waters. See earlier in the game for that shit. Whew. 50 feet into the rift, there is a treasure chest. Oh, there's a great treasure contained in a giant chest. My bad. The chest is locked, and it requires a DC 20 to open. Oh, no. Roll on the 20, no! Roll on the treasure hoard table for challenge rating 17 or higher. Every round spent in the rift, there's a 25% chance that a current of silvery water from the nether seas will wash through. Freeing the gods. Once Pharos has used the Promethean fire to free the Empyreans, he will return to deal with the heroes. He has learned that they seek the 3 divine artifacts and wants to destroy the party so they cannot challenge his pantheon's right to rule Thylea. Although they have been freed, the Empyreans don't come to Pharos' aid because they resent their long years of imprisonment. They secretly hope the party will kill him so that they don't have to. He's just a solar, so it should take about 6 seconds. Which, again, I don't know how he escaped to free the gods because he's just a solar. Why would he swim away? It's so bad. Anyways, so fucking dumb. You hear a faint thrumming in the distance. It grows steadily louder until it becomes a deafening roar of thunder. A powerful wave rolls over you, nearly knocking you off your feet. Okay, they're in the water still, guys. Okay. The words of judgment ring out from all around you, an echoing chorus of voices. Suddenly, the angel appears, and he says, "Do not be afraid. On this day, Christ our Savior is born." Floating high above you, his eyes burn with rage. His face twists into a mask of hatred, and he raises his sword high. He throws his head back and unleashes a mighty scream. The ground beneath you shakes. Again, we're still in the water, aren't we? Okay, whatever. The ground beneath you shakes as the ocean itself trembles before the fury of the immortal. He then plunges towards you, his blade raised to strike you down. Whoever deals the death blow to Pharos will inherit the Promethean fire. At this point, the Empyreans from the Temple District will appear before the heroes. Why? The lost gods claim that Pharos must have gone insane after thousands of years trapped on the belly of Scylla. They already said they didn't know who he was. They allow the heroes to keep any divine gifts that they bestowed upon them. They claim that they will now leave Thylea forever. However, this is a lie. They intend to gather their strength and return to rule over all of Thylea. Refer to the Apocalypse chapter for more details. So fucking bad. God, it's so fucking bad. I hate this campaign. Alright. Whoever did blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then we get to chapter 12, the Apocalypse. Let's see. Lutheria says, the act of creation is impossible without some measure of accompanying destruction. Naturally, if you wish to create an entirely new world, then you will need to destroy the old one. Everything has a cost. The mortals will understand. Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. Okay. So, villains of the Apocalypse, Lutheria, the Forgotten Pantheon. Other possible villains, Sidon, ? The Kraken, one of the heroes. Oh, wow. Making the heroes care. The Apocalypse works best when the heroes have a lot of invested in the fate of Thylea. I think we got that covered. Prelude to the Apocalypse. The story begins with the heroes facing down one last threat. It is an army that has been rampaging across the countryside, raiding towns, destroying merchant caravans. The army should be led by an old enemy of the heroes. However, the Order of Sidon is assumed to be the antagonist in this scenario below. So they just the remnants of Sidon's forces suddenly appear on top of everything else? Come on, bro. Oh, my fucking God. Alright. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. The last battle. The heroes have an army consisting of hundreds of loyal soldiers and captains. Might of the Dragonlords. The purpose of this battle is twofold. First, it is meant to make the heroes feel powerful. Despite the large number of soldiers arrayed against them, the heroes should be able to deal with them quite easily. Second, the battle shows that the heroes are the masters of Thylea. They are the continent's most powerful heroes and protectors. It is their responsibility to keep the peace. Okay. Celebration of the last battle. With the defeat of the Order of Sidon, there is much rejoicing. I feel like that's the best place to put the Myrmikes, honestly. Once the celebrations begin to wind down, the heroes begin an urgent message that they must return to Mitros as soon as possible. The emergence of the Nether Titans. Dun dun dun. As you make your way through the palace, none of the people you pass can meet your eye. They stare at the floor, enveloped in a cloud of hopelessness and despair. As you near the Oracle's chamber, you hear Versi. Okay. She dies in most playthroughs, but alright. Rushing in, you see her laying on the floor, sobbing uncontrollably. Seeing you, she reaches out, a trembling hand, and crawls towards you. I have witnessed the end of Thylea, visions of blood and darkness, death, utter destruction. The weapons of the gods are free. The apocalypse has come. Versi reveals that the weapons of the gods have been released from their prison in the nether seas. These massive nether titans will destroy the world if they are not stopped, but Versi has already abandoned all hope. This is the end of all things, the doom of Thylea. The nightmare's vision from her original prophecy has finally come to pass in spite of everything. The heroes learn from their advisors that refugees have begun to stream into Mitros. These refugees speak of massive titans laying waste to outlying settlements. There seem to be 4 different titans. The Kraken. You know him already. The mindless, gargantuan beast the size of a castle that devours everything in its path. A nightmarish dragon with breath of molten fire and massive wings that blot out the sun. A malevolent behemoth that levels mountains with terrifying beams of primordial lightning. The heroes must decide now how to stop these world-ending threats, but the Dragonlords have the power to stand against such creatures, which have been locked away since the dawn of time. When players reach high levels, the style of play changes significantly. High-level adventures aren't about dungeon crawling. It's difficult for a dungeon crawl to be challenging. No shit. No shit. When the heroes have access to divination magic, they can map out an entire dungeon. Teleport magic, they can allow the treasure to locate the final boss or the treasure. In addition, at high levels, the heroes should be among the wisest and most powerful people in the realms. That's why they keep getting bamboozled by everyone they meet. There is no one to tell them what to do. The challenge is that they must figure everything out on their own. I do agree with that, though. It's pretty good. Yeah, absolutely. Canceling the apocalypse. The apocalypse is a series of scenarios that must be overcome in order to stop the devastation from being wrought across Thylea. Each scenario presents a straightforward win condition for the heroes. Destroy one of the Nether Titans as it attacks a city. Ah, that's fun to do 4 times. The heroes must use their ample resources and magical powers to gather information on how to accomplish this. Adjust the difficulty. It is important to note that the capabilities of heroes will vary drastically depending upon experience and party composition. A group of 4 relatively inexperienced players will find the scenarios below incredibly challenging. You might want to explain the tactical weakness of each Nether Titan to your party. In this case, encourage your players to commune with the gods for advice. Additionally, you should encourage the player to go after the magical artifacts. On the other hand, a group of 6 players with optimized heroes will be able to defeat any single monster with little chance to defeat, even the dreaded Tarask. For knowledgeable groups, we recommend that you provide less guidance. You may also want to exclude the artifacts and bolster the Nether Titans with reinforcements suggested for each. The cities that are endangered. Mitros, Aresia, Astoria. We don't have a 4th one, but maybe you do. Okay. Okay. It says a lot, honestly. Planning to defeat the Titans. The heroes must use all of their powers to defeat the Titans. Just rushing into battle, it won't work. It will, probably. Arcana, history, investigation, nature, and religion will allow them to figure out more. Using spells is good. The Tarask. How could you possibly beat him? Okay. So apparently there is a religious artifact. Reverse gravity and maze. Damon's tomb is located in the tomb of Isidore at the necropolis in Telemark. The heroes may find themselves fighting a lich if they're not careful. Okay, that's kind of hype. That's kind of hype. The maze spell can trap the Titan for a limited time. The reverse gravity can temporarily incapacitate it. Reinforcements. It has some chimera with it. Aww. Well, that's nice. They'll never be able to deal with those chimera. The Kraken can attack the seas of Thalia. Wall of water. Fuck a duck. Let's see. It's immune to fear. Lightning doesn't harm it. Useful artifacts. Talisman of pure good. What? The last Dragonlord to possess the talisman is Oathbreaker. His body and the talisman can be found on the Isle of Oathbreakers and other seas. The Renyes won't allow the heroes to take it without a fight. Jump in, Jesus Christ. Okay. The symbol of hopelessness can trigger despair in the powerful mind of the Kraken. Okay. Is the talisman of pure good? Is it you just make the Kraken a good guy? The Kraken doesn't come alone. He's got 14 daemons with him. That's pretty good. Also, maybe give him some legendary resistance, because believe it or not, Krakens don't have any. The Nether Dragon. It is an ancient red dragon with the Shadow Temple. The Nether Dragon only comes out to attack at night. It doesn't like sunlight. If you have the dragon orb that the party probably destroyed, they can use it to control him. He will bring with him some young black and red dragons. Okay. It's fucking killing me. Alright, let's see what else we got. Nether Dragon, the Behemoth. The Behemoth is perhaps the most dangerous of the Nether Titans. I doubt that. But a maze spell can defeat it. Just like it's like the Tarask again. It's different. It's like blue Tarask. Wow. The Villain Strike. As the heroes actively try to solve these world-shattering threats, villains will strike out against them, forcing them to react. These attacks show the heroes that there is a power responsible for unleashing the Titans upon the world. It is good to remember that high-level villains often have the same or even more powerful magic than the heroes do. A villain might be able to use Legend Lore to determine the weakness of the hero, then scrying to find out where they are, and then teleport in to attack with surprise. That is good advice. Alright, Strike 1. Lutheria unleashes a demonic horde on everybody. Okay, Strike 2. Lutheria sends Maenads and Goatlings. Okay. God damn. Okay. Alright. Strike 3, the Empyreans. When the heroes defeat the third Nether Titan, Lutheria convinces the Empyreans it's time to strike. The Empyreans send 3 of their number to fight 6 heroes. Checks out. Skyfather, Great Hunter, and Moon Maiden. You may choose others instead of these 3, but Skyfather and Sun Goddess should survive. Well, then why did Skyfather go? Oh my god. The final confrontation. Once the Titans have been defeated, The heroes must move against the villains who orchestrated this apocalypse. They can move against the villains earlier if they want to, but this might cause the cities to suffer additional destruction. I want them to go earlier. I don't want to run a bunch of kaiju fights. I'm going to be honest. The heroes can use divination magic to learn who is behind the apocalypse and where they are located. Well, okay. They will discover that Lutheria, the Imperials, constructed a new palace on Tallest Mountain. They can use divination spells to gather information on the strengths and weaknesses of their enemies. Using the spell Legend Lore reveals the names and religious domains of each of the Empyreans, who can also be accomplished with a simple DC 20 religion check. Okay. If you feeble mind them, they'll die instantly. Thanks, Pathfinder. The Empyrean Palace. All of the ceilings in the palace are 30 feet in height. The massive double doors are forged from adamantine and are 10 feet wide and 25 feet high. The palace is protected with powerful spells, all of which will just be dispelled by your party. Private Sanctum, Forbiddens, Symbol, all that shit. Inside, there's 8 young and old Empyreans, so strong. There's also Lutheria, and I guess the Kraken is here again, because it just never dies. Whew. Okay. Rooms in the palace. There's a throne room, gardens, vineyards, pleasure chambers, Empyrean pool, Empyrean forge, a pit of death. No map is provided, by the way, at all. Okay, then there's a battle for godhood, and then Lutheria, to show you that this is some real high-level shit, has a sphere of annihilation. Whoa, it's like the end of a level 12 campaign. And then we've got the epilogue and the Dragonlords, the new Pantheon. Fuck. So bad. It's just so bad. Ugh. I'm like, I don't know. I thought today that I'd be able to like look at everything that's left and like cobble together a plan. But now I got to run this game in 6 minutes, and I don't know what the fuck to do because this is just terrible. It's just terrible. All right. Anyways, nothing going on tomorrow. Wednesday we got Dragon. No, not Dragon. Then Wednesday we got Monster Hunter with DM Dom. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall. Friday, Orph is running Rime of the Frost Maiden. Saturday morning, we got Red-Handed Doom. Sunday morning, we got Curse of Strahd Daybreak. Sunday night, we got Mythic. And Monday, we will be back here to this goddamn train wreck of a goddamn campaign. So fucking fun and exciting. Anyways, tonight, Sylvie, the Enchantress, is going to be streaming. And I will post up that stuff on the server and on Twitter to let everybody know where that is going to take place. If you don't mind hanging out, I'll just switch it to be right back and mute my mic, and then I'll just raid Sylvie's channel as they get started. So why don't we just do that? Thanks for sticking with me through this very stressful stream. Hey, but at least we got to laugh our asses off about Godzilla's stats. That was pretty fun. Overall, I got no fucking clue how to tie all of these loose ends together. I don't want to run any of this shit now that I've read it. So I've really got to figure out what I want to do with this. And I got to figure it out pretty quick because I think they're going to finish up this week or next week at the latest. And then they will be back in the world. And then I just need to put them on the treadmill, as it were, to finish up this campaign, because I just can't do it anymore. So that's kind of where I'm at. All right, I'll see you in about 5 minutes. I'm going to throw up the be right back.